I recently picked up the game Yahtzee Words for 16 bucks, and it is without a doubt one of the worst games I've ever purchased. While it's not all doom and gloom, there's enough detractors here that I felt the need to make this video. I've been a huge fan of Yahtzee for as long as I can remember. It's to the extent that I've owned various versions of the game, even a travel edition that I take on the go. So it should come as no surprise that when I saw Yahtzee Words on the shelf at Barnes & Noble, I felt the immediate impulse to pick it up. Now, did I act upon said impulse? Well, obviously. I bought the game and looked forward to a competitive game night with my wife. Now, before I rip this game a new one for some very specific reasons, I've got to admit, not only is the concept of the game solid, but it's also a lot of fun. Essentially, instead of rolling for specific numbers ranging from 1 to 6, your goal is to build words with the dice you roll. Each die has different letters on them, and each letter that you use is worth a certain amount of points based on the number in the corner of the die. Each die has different letters on them, and each letter that you use is worth a certain amount of points based on the number in the corner of the die. The star symbol acts as a wild letter that you can use for any letter in the game, but is not worth any points. The idea of this game is a lot of fun, especially if you're into word games like Scrabble. Not only that, but it's much more challenging of a game compared to the original, which is more than welcome. So you might be thinking, if this game is so fun to play, why am I committing a video to its sole destruction? My answer is simple. It's a total ripoff. I paid 16 bucks for this game at Barnes & Noble, which, even with inflation, is not exactly cheap. But I've owned versions of Yahtzee that came with a nice dice cup or a dice rolling tray, so based on the size of the box, I thought I might get my money's worth. I most certainly did not. To start, there's no dice tray, which is shocking considering the size of the box. Seriously, this thing is gargantuan. The game comes in this giant, obnoxious box, only to reveal the dice, score sheets, and a little dice cup. And speaking of that dice cup, let's have some fun here. It's quite literally made of the same material as a Pringles chip can. Seriously, this cup is as cheap and flimsy as they come. It's made of nothing more than tin, cardboard, and plastic wrap, plus it's hilariously small. All of the dice seem to barely have any room to mix in there. When it comes down to it, you're really paying for the unique letter dice, which you can't exactly get anywhere else. I totally understand that, as I've also paid $9 for the Catan dice game, but to charge 16 bucks for a little tin cardboard cup and some dice is beyond greedy. Now, some of you might be thinking that Barnes & Noble is upcharging, but this price is comparable to other places where I found this game as well. It can average for about 16 bucks on Amazon once you include shipping and tax. Even if Yahtzee Words were cheaper, this doesn't change the fact that this game just feels cheap, especially when you consider the wasted space in this box and this trashy cup. But like I shared, the concept of this game is fun and I had a great time playing with it. But in total transparency, did I also consider returning this game to Barnes & Noble? Absolutely. That said, I may or may not have thrown away the receipt. But what are your thoughts? Would you drop 16 bucks for this dice game, or would you leave it where you found it? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. Take care and be blessed.